Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about Caspa. Since this Caspa move that we're seeing right now, I've been getting major requests. Hey, Crypto ZX, please talk about Caspa. We need a Caspa update. So I'm bringing this to you guys. Shout out to the Caspa community for showing tremendous amount of love. Continue supporting, and of course, you guys know you will see a continuation of these updates. But anyhow, first and foremost, happy Saturday. Let's take a look at what's happening with the market. Apologies that I wasn't able to give you guys an update a little earlier. I just decided to kind of relax. And then kind of make these updates a little later. But anyhow, if you're looking across the board, you're actually seeing a lot of altcoins up quite a bit. And of course, Caspa is up as well, which is of course really exciting to see. And Caspa has been able to do one thing which is worthwhile noting. And you guys know on this channel, I give you guys unbiased opinion. Sometimes if it's bearish, I tell you, we're bearish. And over the last 3 months, the price of Caspa actually has been bearish. Some people don't like it. Some people appreciate, the realistic analysis. But anyhow, let's take a look at what's happening with Caspa. But what you need to understand first and foremost is that a lot of coins right now are breaking out. Actually Sui hit an all-time high just over the past few hours. But let's take a look at what's happening with Caspa, up 18.7%. Very exciting move. And right now, if you're looking at it on the weekly time frame as well, it's kind of balancing itself to some of the other altcoins. The last updates, if you've been following, we noticed that over the last 1 week, I wouldn't even say the last 1 week, over the last 5 days alone, you were seeing a lot of coins across the board that were obviously up after the Donald Trump, winning the U.S. election, but you were still seeing Caspa lagging. And in terms of an opportunity standpoint, as I've stated to you guys before, maybe the whales or, the investors are looking at Caspa and saying, is this a coin that is kind of behind the broader market? So that could also be, considered when you're looking at Caspa. But looking at the price, what's the most exciting thing that I want to point out is that the price is up to that 13.3 cents, and we don't even need to pull out the charts to understand, because especially to the people that follow my channel on a regular basis, that the 13 cents, roughly around that, what exactly level that is, that's a major resistance, which of course I'm going to get into. But why is this move happening right now? That might be the question that you have, which we're going to discuss. So 20% in USD and 20% in Bitcoin comparative, a nice move to say the least, and the credit is deserved where it belongs, of course. And the market cap is at $3.3 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is at about 176.7 million. But before we get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So what's really causing a Caspa going up? Because of course, over the course of the last few days, we've been talking about a lot of uncertainty. Despite the broader market moving, you were seeing Caspa actually lagging behind the broader market. But what actually did end up happening, look at this. Let me show you guys, because a lot of people ignore this, but you don't want to be ignoring this if you're on the Crypto ZX channel. I will make this make sense to everyone. So we know the dominance. We know the importance of the dominance index. And I'm sure, like I said, if you follow my channel, I might sound like a broken record at this point, but we know the importance of the dominance index. So of course, leading into the election, we almost went up to 61%. I would pretty much say we went to 61% since 2021, first time. And since the election results did come to public, we have seen just the dominance going down. So what happened is, we saw dominance going down to that 59% just about a few hours ago. Then it picked up about almost a 0.5%, and it actually dropped 1%. Look at this, from 59.37%. Actually, let's look at it. This is the hourly. I'm totally forgetting. Yeah. So since, I would say, in the last 24 hours, you have seen the dominance index falling down 1%. If you understand the importance of that, that is a big push towards the downside. And look at what happened to altcoins. If you're looking at Bitcoin specifically, Bitcoin barely had a move. Bitcoin has barely had a move. A lot of altcoins are actually moving and actually outpacing BTC. So why is that the case? The dominance is the catalyst behind this specific move. Because if you're looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin has barely done anything. Even though Bitcoin did reach an all-time high a few hours ago, but it's still on the verge of breaking towards a new all-time high. right? But in terms of Bitcoin making some massive moves, no, that's not the case. But dominance went down, indicating that money is flowing back into the altcoins because, of course, leading into the elections, what we were looking at is a lot of uncertainty, which in return causes the dominance to spike up, which we actually did see happening. But after that, people are going back into their altcoin positions. So now, if you're looking at Caspa, so if you're looking at Caspa, it kind of makes sense now as to why the price of Caspa has gone up. And there's a lot of, people in the community talking about, the shadiness about the specific exchange, which is the MEXC exchange that has listed Caspa. And again, when it comes to centralized exchanges, I've been quite clear upon my personal take. I don't trust any exchange in terms of, the holding. Like if I want to hold my coins, I will never hold my coins on a centralized exchange, no matter how big the exchange is. And this is nothing to do with the exchange, or I'm not trying to go after any exchange, but there's a lot of FUD regarding MEXC exchange. People are saying, these guys are manipulating the price of Caspa, which again, I don't know too much detail on, but I understand where some of these people are coming from. And that is why you never want to store your coins on an exchange. Simple as that. If you, like let's say you've done your due diligence research and own your Caspa, then hold it in a wallet where you own your private keys. You never know what can happen to these exchanges. We've seen exchanges fail before, and you just never want to risk that. Since then, people are saying they've been manipulating the price. Hence, you saw the price going down to the likes of that 10 cents price point. But again, you are seeing on the bright side, finally, the price of Caspa has been retesting October 22nd highs. But, where I want you guys to take a look at is from the low, which was just 3 days back. You did see Caspa go up 32%. So is this a chance for Caspa to, start heading towards the upside? I know a lot of people are going to probably call me crazy right now, but we need that confirmation. I'm waiting for confirmations. I think about it from a realistic standpoint. Confirmations are what I look for. Right now, you want to see Caspa breaking above this key resistance and actually closing above here. And of course, if the 78.6 is retested again, I think we could actually start getting excited about Caspa again. But beautiful bounce, credit deserved where it belongs, but very, very important for the price of Caspa to stay above this key resistance and, start making its way up to the likes of the 78.6. If it's able to get into the 78.6, I think we could actually see, now that the overall market is picking up traction, maybe a layer 1, layer 2 narrative kicks in again. Utility projects or the ones that are trying to revolutionize, the blockchain technology and, in terms of developing, I think that could be something that we could be playing out. And if you've been following my channel, even though Caspa has been showing downside, you guys know, the beauty about YouTube is you can literally backtrack and go listen to some of these updates. And of course, shout out to the real viewers that, follow my channel on a regular basis, know about this. I've been quite clear. We've seen other projects in the past make these types of moves. Look at Phantom. We literally spoke about this. Actually, what a coincidence. We spoke about this, I think, in the last update or the one before. I spoke about that. You look at Phantom, what has happened to some of these projects, even the likes of Cardano, and, some of these big projects have gone through big shakeouts where, people start saying how, what is happening. But, when people say the price is lagging, that's not a bad thing. It's a reality. You need to accept that fact. So it has happened in the past. Who knows? I'm not projecting that, Caspa does not have the capability of hitting a new all-time high. If it's able to launch smart contracts, a lot of interest comes onto Caspa. Who knows what can happen? But I look for confirmations. We're talking specifically about the native token itself. And of course, at this point, there's no, doubts in the fact that we have seen major lag over the course of the last 3 months. But if it's able to break out of this key resistance, I do believe there could be some excitement coming into Caspa. Well, let's see what happens. Let me know your personal thoughts down below. Love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.